Welcome back to Politics Tonight. I'm WGN TV political analyst Paul Lisnick. I'm visiting tonight with two victors of the recent election right here in the studio. Ameya Pawar, the new alderman-elect for the 47th Ward, the victor in a great, surprising upset in the city, truly was. And also Will Burns, currently still in the House in Springfield, but he's coming home to Chicago to represent the 4th Ward, Tony Preckwinkle's old district as well. Ameya, let me come to you. And first of all, let me ask you, I'm going to ask all my aldermen who show up. Rahm Emanuel call you yet and say congratulations?
Actually, we placed a call on election night just to congratulate him. He returned my call the next day.
All right. So what do you expect? I mean, I looked at your agenda, Ameya, and you've got, you've got a program called Renew Chicago. Yeah. I mean, you want a lot to happen, but you're a new alderman. Do you think you get any extra influence by the fact that you really did have an upset victory? I mean, is that something that sort of, hey, it's news today, no one's going to care tomorrow? Or is that something you take with you to say, no, wait a minute. I truly have people who have spoken here, and I need to make a difference?
Again, we ran on good public policy. The idea here was, I recognize that the city's at a financial tipping point, that we can either continue doing things the same way, or we can rethink government, we can reshape it, because otherwise we're headed towards bankruptcy. And so that's the primary reason why I decided to run. I wanted to run because I wanted to get money back into schools through TIF reform. And I think I have a voice right now, and I'd like to use it.
Will, is there one thing you have learned in Springfield about how to manage money you can bring home to Chicago?
Well, I think what I have learned in Springfield is that, if you work hard at it, you can find similarities with people who are not like you. Whether they're downstate legislators or Republicans, you can find common ground. And I think that's going to be vitally important in this next city council. And that's what I look forward to bringing from Springfield, is the ability to find areas where, you can build a legislative coalition to get things done. And we do have to reform city government. I mean, we have to cut down on sole source contracts, contracting that avoids a competitive procurement process that costs taxpayers money. And so, obviously we're going to have to look at creating efficiencies, but we also have to look at thinking about government in a smarter way, in a more transparent way, and a fair way for the people of the city.
All right. We always want our viewers to join our conversation, so let's go to that. We've got Ann from the South Side. Ann, welcome to Politics Tonight. You are on with my guest alderman. Welcome.
Well, thank you very much. I see so much attention is given to CAPS, or community policing. They give so many accolades. I live on the southeast side of Chicago, and I honestly think that since they're going to get rid of Superintendent Weiss, they need to take an opportunity to do something about CAPS, because for most of the communities, community policing or CAPS does not work. It is just totally ineffective. I hear all this propaganda about how it works and what happened, but you go to these meetings, and actually, not much is ever done. And if you do, there are other people there carrying negative information back into the communities. So I hope something can be done about CAPS. Other than that, they just need to get rid of it and set up something else that does work.
All right.
In the community.
Ann, thanks. Let's get some response to that. Will Burns, let's start with you. By the way, I'm going to please answer Ann's question, but I want to start off. Crime rates are down. Do you support Jody Weiss being given the heave-ho?
Well, I think we need to have some new leadership at the top. I think there are a lot of things that the superintendent has done that are very smart. For example, trying to figure out ways to reduce violence by engaging gang leaders. I thought that was a good thing to do. And has a demonstrated track record working in places like Boston and other cities. But I think we need a leader that will inspire the rank and file. My dad was a cop for 25 years, and so I understand how the rank and file feel sometimes about leadership at the top when they feel that leadership doesn't have their back. So I think we need to look in a new direction. But that doesn't mean you kick dirt on the superintendent. I think he's done some things well.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, and very quickly, I want to get Ameya in here as well. So Ameya, your thoughts on, first of all, Jody Weiss, should he go, and the CAPS program, if you have a comment there, as Ann asked.
Well, I think we just need to evaluate everyone in the top positions across all city government first. And then I think with CAPS, it's my understanding that we've cut some of the funding over the years, and it's time to put some of the money back in and increase the robustness of community policing.
And Will, very quickly, anything you wanted to say about CAPS? I didn't give you a chance to do that.
One of the things that's really frustrating about CAPS meetings is that we don't have enough cops to respond to the quality of life issue. So you go to a CAPS meeting, you make a complaint, but there are not enough cops to actually work on the issues that people are concerned about. So I understand Ann's frustration, and I agree with Ameya.
All right. We'll be back. We've got more callers lined up. We're going to get to you. I've got lots of questions for our guests. We're talking to two new aldermen who will be joining City Council very soon. This is Politics Tonight, only on CLTV. Stay with us.